Hello everybody, welcome to I Teach Skills. My name is Aiden. In today's video, I'm going to talk to you about an important topic, and that is some of the challenges refugees or people from immigrant family faces when they're trying to go for a career in IT or any other career, or go for higher education, or to try to follow their dreams. And what are those obstacles, and how can you overcome it if you're facing those challenges? This is an important topic because I live in around an area where we have a lot of immigrants and they are facing this challenge today. I personally faced these challenges myself, and I wanted to give advice on how I overcame it and how I was able to pursue my career in IT. And I know this is not for everybody, but it applies to majority of people, I believe. And so without further ado, let's get started. Number one challenges people face that are living within immigrant family or refugees or you name it from another country is that there's a cultural differences in terms of education priorityness. What that means is many people from other cultures, especially in the African continent, do not think that education is a be all and do all, especially people from like Somalia, Kenya, and so forth. So that means they value you to go ahead and get a job in anywhere like a warehouse before you go ahead and they believe waste your time on education. So what that means is you never are around people who are having a career, and therefore you grew up seeing your parents or your neighbors or your family or friends all working in the warehouse. So therefore when you grow up to become a school age, you're constantly being pressured to go get a job as a warehouse job or machine operator. And what that means is now you have no dreams of trying to do anything different. You think this is the norm, so that's the challenge you have to overcome. You have to think differently, and they almost have to maybe call you out weird for thinking differently or trying to go different angle. What that means is many people have to figure out what they want to become, and that's not easy when you don't see people in your area pursuing those knowledge or having a career in the area you're interested in. For example, in my story, when I decided to become an IT professional years ago, 15 years ago now, I had nobody I knew that was in IT. Nobody from Kenya, nobody from, in the African continent that I knew of that was already in IT. So therefore, I had to be the only one amongst other people from different continent, other people from United States, working in IT with them or trying to study IT with them. That put me in an extra pressurized situation where I had to figure out how to succeed in there. And on top of that, I had zero to no support from my family or anybody around my community because they didn't understand. For their mentality and what they saw, or what they've been brainwashed to think, is that IT, for example, is not for people like us. That's what they say. What do you mean people like us? We're Africans. We don't do computers, or we're Kenyans, so we don't touch this. We work and we work hard. We don't need this. And so that's what their mentality is. They don't understand that this is something that no one is born with. No one is born with this. You all learn. You all become smart, or you all become trained to learn those things if you give an opportunity. So they don't understand this. So when I tell people I'm working to become an IT professional, they look at me as like crazy and they laugh sometimes. And then I told them, like, this is something I want to do. I always like computer, and so I want to pursue this. So that's number one challenge, is people don't believe in your dreams, and you may look like you're an outsider when you try to tell people what your dream is. So that's number one. Number two is when you finally have people start to see you that you want to pursue, or your family, there is no money for them to support you in you either getting certification training or going to college or going to pursue a career like a boot camp type of thing. So therefore, you have to figure out a way to get that money to get trained. And there's no way people believe you, even in your career adventures, to invest their money, their hard-earned money from warehouse or machine operator jobs, to pay you or to give you to go ahead get training. So therefore, you left on your own devices to come up with the money, so that way you could get training or go to college or whatnot. So a lot of times what people do is they will try to take a loan, but that comes with extra pressure. When you try to take a loan and you don't know whether you're gonna be succeeding in this field or not, that's a big gamble. And a lot of people, they tell you, oh, don't take a loan, you're gonna ruin your credit forever, and you not gonna, this is not for, you're not meant to be doing this. So that's another mentality thing. They try to tell you that this is not for you, just leave this to the, excuse my language, but they say leave this to the white men, leave this to the Asian people, you're not going to do IT. And it's a mentality thing. And I find it hilarious because it's like they don't understand that everybody in that, background never was born to say you're going to be an IT engineer or you're going to become IT, professional. You had to learn. Even people within that, like let's just say, from, Caucasian background or Indian background, they're all not in IT. And so for them, they think that if you are from those backgrounds, you are instantly gonna be natural IT. Now it's true, they may have more opportunities and more accessibility because they've been in this country longer, or they had other accessibility to the technology, but that doesn't mean that those people have aptitude to become IT right away. A lot of them have to train their mindset, just like I had to train my mindset, and anybody that's becoming IT professional had to train their mindset, or any career for that matter. So because of that, that's the misconception people face. Is like, this is not for you. And then this goes along with the side of number 3, lack of support. Nobody supports you. If you're doing this career, it's going to be solo act, basically. Nobody wants to support you. Nobody wants to be near you about it. Nobody wants to talk to you. You have nobody to talk to about it. So you have to basically, talk to yourself, or, find a way to have the mentality to not give up. If you decided that, hey, this is going wrong, or maybe you fail your first certification exam, or maybe you're having difficulties at grasping some course at school or college or boot camp, then guess what? Nobody's supporting you. So you have to have the mindset or willingness to believe in your dreams deep enough to where you don't give up. Because the minute that you start to say, you know what, this is not for me, then that's it, your dream is gone. And then the 4th one is a lack of inspiration or role model. This is another thing. There is literally no role model or inspiration you can go around look for. When I was getting into IT, I had no idea who actually was doing IT professional, and I didn't know anybody that looked like me, come from African continent, that was doing IT professional career at all. Everybody was basically doing warehouse jobs, so therefore I had nobody to look up to. I had to look up to by myself. Like, I had to figure out a way to have this never die attitude. Just say, you know what, I'm gonna be the first one to do it. I'm gonna be the first one to be a role model for my people and my kids, and all those things. That was my dream. So one day I wanted to be in the position where I am right now, which is, for me right now, it's a dream come true to be in this field. But before getting to that was one of the challenges I had, is finding a way to overcome all the negativity. There was a lot of negativity, so that's something that you have to navigate on your own. And then the 4th thing is, you have to fight and figure out everything on your own. So for example, if you want to know that certain certification you have to get before your career, nobody tells you that. Your schools, if you're lucky, and like in this case, I was lucky, I went to a school that specialized in IT career early training. It was a high school magnet program where we had IT program, and I took that. That helped me a little bit, gave me insight to some of the certification I need, like the CompTIA Plus, Microsoft certification, and etc. But if you are not in that position, then you literally have no one else, that will help you. Even with that information, I still didn't have all the, let's just say, steps and guidance that I needed to be able to, basically become I still didn't have all the things I needed to be able to get into the field the best I can. And so the 5th thing is about you fear of failure. Failure was no brainer, because when everybody tells you, even your own parents and your family, neighbor, anybody they're telling you that, oh, this is something that we're not supposed to do, and you are pretty much put all your eggs into this field, you try your best, and you have exam day coming up, and your fear is that, what if I fail? What if they're right? What if I'm not good enough? So that's a real contemplation that you go through with that mental, meltdown, or if you will. So because of that, I wanted to bring this up attention. So I have a couple of advice and solution, if you will, that may help you if you're one of those people that are in this predicament I was in, and maybe you trying to pursue a nursing career, or maybe you're trying to pursue like become a doctor, or maybe you want to become a teacher, whatever you want to become, I want to hopefully give you advice on how to navigate this. If you are from immigrant family, refugee family, or your people just they're not educated, and so they're kind of have a little bit lower mindset. So number one is on your lack of money. You have to work part-time job or get a student loan. So if you do that, that may help you, but you have to willing to work hard on those aspects, and also put time to your training, because there's no point in giving your hard-earned money or getting a loan if you're not putting the time to become better in that field. So you have to work extra hard. Number two, on lack of support, ask yourself, the support you need, number one support you need, in my opinion, is you, not anyone else. It's good if you have those other people to support you, like your parents, your family member, neighbors, but if you support yourself, you believe in your dream, then that's the only thing you need, in my opinion, to be able to be succeeding. Those other things are extra, and you don't need extra to be able to push you there. Number three is lack of inspiration or role model. Again, this is what I say: use yourself as a role model. Become a role model for people. Be the first to become a role model. If there's no role model for you, you need to have the mentality to say, well, if there's no role model for my people, from within my people or my community or my family, I'll be the first one to either go to college, finish college, or I'll be the first one to pursue a career in this field so I can help others, or I'll be the first one to become a doctor, nurse, you name it. You have to have the mindset to be the role model everybody want to be, or have. So let's just say later generation, they can use you as a role model if you choose to becoming the one that take the leap of faith and decided to go for that. And then number four, it's about fighting for everything. You have to figure out everything. You have to fight for everything. So that means be prepared to battle alone. This is not something that people will understand you, and they may think at first you are crazy. And a lot of our people, from especially immigrant families, they don't know how to hide their feelings. They just tell you, they just tell you you're crazy. You're just, you're probably, insane for trying to do this. This is not for you. This is white people. They try to put you down. Do not let somebody put you down. Have a conviction, believe in yourself, and battle alone until you get to where you want to be in your life. And then the fifth thing is about, fear of failure. This is one of the most important thing. Every successful person you see in the Fortune 500 companies, they all failed. Nobody succeeded in their first attempt. Nobody succeeded in their first attempt of being a business owner or entrepreneur. People fail. Do not let your failures become a fear of stopping you from trying something new. So be the one who's willing to take a gamble. Be the one who's willing to try. If you don't try, how are you going to know if you succeeded? And if you fail, don't let that failure be the reason why you never succeeded. That failure could be the reason why it will open you to work maybe harder. In the case of IT exams, you fail a certification test. That doesn't mean that you stop your journey at once. It just means that you need to study harder so you can pass next time. So yeah, that's all. I leave it to you, and I hope this video was helpful. If you like this type of video, please like, subscribe, and also please let me know what challenges you had or you have right now trying to become a maybe a professional in your field, or maybe trying to go pursue education, or maybe if you know someone that's struggling with these issues that I mentioned. That's all I have for you. Thank you for watching. Have a great day. Peace.